film opens with Ryan singing karaoke to Justin in a pizza place.
On it that way.
Don't look at me when you sing that part.
After the song, Justin explains that he's depressed, that they're both 30-year-old losers living in Los Angeles, and maybe it's time to go back to Ohio.
And we said if we didn't make it by the time we were 30, we would move back to Ohio. Remember that?
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't work, and Justin is unhappy in his job as an assistant for a video game developer. Justin also has a crush on the waitress, Josie, but is too scared to talk to her.
Just go talk to her.
The two head out to a dance club where they're ignored by everyone. They leave, and Ryan's junker Camaro dies out front after the valet brings it up. Everyone in line is laughing at them. The large SUV behind them is beeping and flashing its lights. Finally, Ryan gets it started and pulls out as the SUV whips past. The vehicles collided. Ryan gets out and starts to yell at the people in the SUV.
You hit my car, are you kidding me?
Everyone inside the SUV looks like the Albanian mafia. In the rear, flanked by two hot ladies, is a scary guy with a scar over his eye. They laugh at Ryan.
This is a character-driven action game.
The next day, Justin is at work pitching his video game idea, Patrolman La. As a visual aid, he has two mannequins dressed as LAPD. The staff at the company is thoroughly disinterested, and his boss decides that since firefighters are hotter than zombies, the company should start working on firefighters versus zombies.
I want you to start working on firefighters versus zombies.
Ryan is playing football in the park with a bunch of small children and aggressively destroying them. One of the kids is angry and asks Ryan what he does all day.
What do you do all day anyway?
He returns to his dad, who asks who Ryan is, and the kid explains that he's a nobody who thinks he's a coach.
So who's that guy?
Some loser. He shows up every day and he thinks he's our coach.
Ow! Why would you do that?
Justin returns to the apartment he and Ryan share. Ryan is dressed as a ghost because they're going to a costume party in June. Justin doesn't like the ghost costume, so instead they both go as LAPD, using the uniforms from earlier. Justin lies and says the company bought his game idea. It turns out it's not a costume party but a black tie masquerade ball. All of their old friends are there.
Hey man, congrats!
Oh, it's Justin! Hey!
For some reason, they're playing Ryan's big college football moment on television. His old friends ask whatever happened to him. He tells them he was injured. They clarify that they mean whatever happened to him in life. He says he did a herpes commercial once. Feeling like losers again, Justin and Ryan leave the party.
Right. Wait up.
Justin confesses that he didn't sell the game.
I didn't sell my game today.
I know, Justin.
As they walk down the street, they can't help but notice that women are checking them out big time. Then a group of women run up and kiss them, explaining it was for a scavenger hunt. They confiscate and smoke weed from some young guys. They dig being mistaken for cops.
Freeze! You guys over there, freeze! Everybody freeze! Hey, look who it is. Look, dude.
They go back to the pizza place from before, and the SUV from the night before is there. They go inside and interrupt the Albanian mob henchman from trying to muscle the shop owner, Georgie, into selling his business.
Hands where I can see him, all of you. Hands where I can see him!
Justin and Ryan make the mafia guys leave, and everyone cheers.
Get in your car and get out.
Josie takes a liking to Justin, and they set up a date.
We have the problem.
The Albanian mafia guys report back to their boss that some beat cops stopped them at Georgie's pizza place. Their boss is Mossy, the Scarface guy from the back of the SUV. Mossy is angry and says that he's the law in town.
What kind of cops?
The next day, Ryan watches videos online on how to be a cop. He also finds a used cop car on eBay. He texts Justin at work, asking when they can go out as cops again. Justin isn't sure it's a good idea. Then he gets a message from his boss telling him to be prepared to take notes during the firefighters versus zombies meeting. Justin leaves work. On his way home, Justin is pulled over by a cop car. Inside, it's actually Ryan. He bought the car and lights online and made the door decals at Kinko's. He also gave himself sergeant stripes because he felt he deserved a promotion.
I got promoted to sergeant. You promoted yourself? Yeah, I feel like I deserved it.
The two screw around in the car all day, but that night they're pulled over by real cops. Officer Segers and his partner see Ryan's sergeant stripes and apologize.
I'm Officer Segers, this is Officer Jackson.
Sorry, Sergeant. We should have called it in first.
Right when Justin and Rob are about to drive away, the alarm from the hardware store rings, and they're all in front of Sounds. All four go inside. The real cops and the fake cops split up. The fake cops encounter a tweaking Asian armed with a shovel. He runs off, but the coast isn't clear. A large, naked Asian man charges them and tackles Justin. His dick and balls smear across Justin's face. The real cops come in and tell them they should all split up again to find the shovel guy. Instead, Justin and Ryan run off. Segers notices, but doesn't stop them. The next day, Ryan takes his police car to the park and scares the kids from earlier.
I like you.
Justin and Josie go on a date. Her dream is to be a makeup artist. She tells him she tends to attract the wrong kind of guys. For example, there's one guy now who's super intense and scares her. He tries to tell her that he's not really a cop, but she takes off her top, and he's rendered speechless. Outside, henchmen in the SUV watch everything through the window.
Suspect are 3 females, early 20s, possibly intoxicated.
Ryan and Justin are out patrolling when they get a call for a domestic disturbance at a sorority house. Naturally, they go. A hot girl answers the door and says 2 of the girls are fighting. The 2 fighting girls are kind of like Flava of Love cast members and viciously fight. Ryan and Justin try to break it up, but one of the girls kicks both of their asses.
Simply wearing a police badge is punishable by 1 year minimum.
The next day, Justin looks up online exactly how illegal it is to impersonate an officer. He decides he and Ryan should go to the police station and turn themselves in.
This is Chang.
I need you to come down here right away. I'm at Georgie's.
Wait, what's wrong, Josie?
Later, Josie calls Justin in a panic and asks him to come to the pizza place. Ryan and Justin go there and meet Mossy. Mossy tells Justin to stay away from his girl and slaps him silly. Ryan tries to stand up to him, but Mossy doesn't back down. Justin decides it's time to stop being a fake cop.
All right, so we're just gonna come clean and tell these guys everything.
Yes, everything except for the fact we pretending to be cops.
However, Seger sees them and pulls them aside. Justin tells him about Mossy trying to muscle the pizza place. Seger says he knows about Mossy, but there isn't enough money in the budget for an investigation. Ryan volunteers themselves to investigate on their own. They check out a bunch of equipment from the police station and stake out Mossy's compound.
We were supposed to turn ourselves in, and now you're checking out equipment?
Oh yeah, I got promoted.
You promoted yourself again?
Ryan is now wearing a suit and has his badge on a chain around his neck. He's promoted himself to detective.
Yeah, I'm a detective.
They go to a nearby apartment to get a better angle to stake out the compound. The apartment is owned by a scene-stealing Natasha Leggero, who is rolling on ecstasy. She gets hot for a man in uniform.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to go to your room.
All right.
Alone.
Ryan goes back to his uniform. They see Mossy get a shipment of large black crates and meet with Andy Garcia. Andy Garcia tells Mossy to lay low because he pulled a picture of Ryan and Justin out of an envelope. Their badge numbers don't match up, and he thinks they might be feds.
They tell me their badge numbers don't match up.
Naturally, Justin and Ryan are excited to be mistaken for feds. They need more evidence, particularly to know what was in those black crates, so they take off and pull over the delivery truck that brought them to Mossy. They get it and kidnap the driver, Pupa.
He's biting my neck! He's biting my neck!
They ineffectively try to torture him, but he explains that he'll help because he doesn't like Mossy either.
I hate Mossy! Everybody does. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Mossy is having a party tonight, and if they get in, they can find out what's in the cases. Josie comes over and helps make Justin look like Pupa.
Hey, Chang, how do I make you look like him?
At the party, Mossy forces Justin to smoke crank. He fights and beats one of the henchmen, then lets Ryan into the building. They go into the basement and find that inside the crates are confiscated weapons from the police.
You know what these are? These were confiscated by the police. I've got enough evidence to put this guy away for years.
Ryan wants to continue, but Justin tells him everything has gone too far. Everyone thinks Ryan is a loser, and his big injury that kept him from playing football happened while he jumped off a roof at a party. Ryan tells Justin that he's a coward and never stands up for himself.
You know what? Why don't you act like a man for once, because you might like the way it feels.
You got Mossy?
I got him.
Ryan goes to the police station and tells Segers what they found. It also says the reason Mossy was muscling the pizza place is because it's at the other end of a tunnel, and that's how Mossy keeps hiding evidence when the police raid him. He's about to show Segers what he found, but before he can, Segers decides they should bring the cop in charge of internal investigations in on this. What a surprise. It's Andy Garcia. Segers leaves for a moment, and Garcia looks at the evidence. Ryan tells him that he made copies. Ryan goes home in a panic as Justin decides to stand up for himself and pitch his game again.
Zombies with their hoses. What kind of game you trying to make, bro?
Firefighters vs. Zombies is a disaster. Justin's pitch serves as a voiceover for Ryan's action. Justin's game isn't just a game, it's an experience. It lets you feel the intensity and action of being a real cop and in a firefight. Ryan goes home, and it looks clear, but when he turns around, he's shot in the chest with a shotgun. Luckily, it's a Hollywood shotgun, and he's wearing a Hollywood vest, because instead of killing him, it just blows him out the window and onto the dumpster below. He runs as he's being shot at by the mafia. A crooked cop crashes Justin's pitch, and a shootout starts up. Justin runs away, and his boss says, "Now that's a pitch. Let's make that game."
Let's make this game!
The mafia kidnaps Ryan. Mossy calls Justin and tells him to come, or Ryan's dead. Justin calls Seggers and comes clean about everything. In the basement of the compound, Mossy and Garcia torture Ryan.
You go quick and painless.
Justin sneaks in through the basement of the pizza place, coming clean to Josie on the way. Wriggle shows up at Moss's, and Garcia is going to get rid of him. Before he's out of earshot, though, he hears Ryan telling Mossy that Garcia is going to kill him too to cover up all the losses. Garcia goes back to kill Ryan, but Mossy kills Garcia instead. Justin hears the gunshot and runs to the rescue. He doesn't have a gun, though. Luckily, Seggers does, and he's also on the scene.
Drop your weapons! Get down!
He shoots one of the henchmen, prompting Mossy and the rest to run off. Seggers is going to give chase, but first he tells Justin and Ryan to leave because a police outfit isn't a costume, it's a uniform.
That's a uniform. You gotta earn it. You understand that, Sarge?
They decide they have to cover Seggers, so they grab some of the stolen weapons and go to help. They're not good at it, and it looks like Seggers is down, so they run away. Mossy chases them, shoots Justin, and fights Ryan. Justin grabs the gun and tries to shoot Mossy, but accidentally shoots Ryan instead. Before Mossy can kill them, Seggers shows up, kills Mossy, and saves the day. He lets Justin and Ryan go and doesn't turn them in.
Seegers, those two with you?
Yeah, we're good.
Sometimes you have to go through hell and back.
Justin's game, now called Brothers in Blue, is a hit. Ryan becomes a cop for real. Justin asks Josie for a chance to start over, and they kiss.
I am Justin Miller.
Over the end credits, there are various scenes of Ryan and Justin acting inappropriately while dressed as cops. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and smash the bell button. Write in the comments section what kind of movie you would like to see next.